Okay, so we're going to look at the short pattern substitution. G, it's just G, C, D. G shape, the fourth of G is C shaped, the fifth of G is D shaped. Just like that with the long patterns, with the short patterns. Now with the long pattern, it gets a little more complicated. So what we're going to do is move the pattern up to get to the fourth and down to get to the fifth, and we're just going to play these same long patterns. So if you start on root 2, 3, the fourth is going to be 5, 6, and in pentatonics, this is the important part. Because if I'm going to play the fourth, say I'm doing root 2, 3 here, I'm going to do it in C. I'm going root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, that kind of thing. Alright, if I want to go to the fourth, well, maybe I could just start like this. Right? But I want to play the whole thing. I don't want to just start on the fourth, because then I've got to start counting numbers 4, 5, 6 instead of just the substitution. So the substitution is what is going to be on the bottom string of that 4, 5, 6. Okay? And that's the question. But we want to use the same root long pentatonic. So we have root 2, 3 here. If we move it up, we've got the 5, 6. All we got to do is 5, 6, root 2, 3, because the second string is becoming the new root 2, 3. So it's 5, 6, root 2, 3, 5, 6 for pentatonic. And then we're going to finish off with the D shape because we're over in the next cage. So it's going to be... Oh, we're going to finish off with the G shape because we're on the fourth now. Okay, so let's try that again. Okay, so we're done with the long pattern. Now we're going to finish off with the G shape. All right, so let's try the root first. Root 2, 3, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to finish off with the G shape, a D shape. Now we're going to go to the fourth. So we're going to we're going to move the pattern up. We're going to go 5, 6, root 2, 3, 5, 6. Finish off with the G shape. Okay, so you know what we've got. You know, the fourth kind of leaves you hanging. And then the fifth, we're going to move the pattern down, so we're going to start with the 4 now. Okay, and over here, what do we got? We've got the 4 is just a 5, 6. So it's 5, 6. Alright, so we're going to start with the 4. It's just, we're going to play the 4 into the 5, 6, and then the 5, 6. Then we're going to go into the A shape. So we're done with long patterns with the fifth on the first string. We've got, here's our 5, 6, and then into the A shape, easy as pie. So let's look at that again. For the 1, 4, 5, okay, so it's going to be, all right, in chords, but in long patterns, pentatonic. See, in the short patterns, pentatonic, it would just be, and then G, and then A. But now we're in long patterns, so it's going to be root 2, 3. Okay, then we're going to move the pattern up. So we've got 5, 6, and then into a G pattern. And then move the pattern down. We've got 4, 5, 6. We're just going to play the 5, 6, this 5, 6, the outer 5, 6, into the A pattern. And back to normal. Okay, so I had a little trouble like calling the numbers out when we went into the other pattern, because we don't want to deal with numbers. We want to deal with easy. We can go into that. So really it's going to be D, G, A, but we're playing into it. So on the root, we're playing the root. Okay, when we go to the fourth, we're actually playing the fifth on the bottom string. 5, 6. So where we go? Here's what the bottom string goes. It goes 1, just goes, and then 4 just goes 5, 6, and then 5 just goes 5, 6 out. So if you were playing the bass, you know, it'd be. You see how that bottom string? So that's the substitution method. Okay, we're gonna have to make it a short lesson today because I've got a lot of things to do. And so remember that this works going into the other patterns too. The substitution method works. So from this particular drawing over here, there I am. You know, it works. You move it up, you move it down. It's going to work for the short patterns too. How can we do that? Maybe we could look up here at the fretboard here. So we've got we got the E box here, drawing tool, E box. I'm probably choosing something I have to move the capo on. All right. So again, when we start on the E, all right, it's going to be E cross A cross C, right? So we've got the E. To get to the fourth, we're going to get to the A shape. We want to move it up. What's underneath the E is the A shape. When we got to get to the fifth, we move it down. What's above the E is its string shaped fifth is C. Okay, it's not B, because in cage there's no B shape. There's the augmented C. Okay, so you know, like I say, we're gonna play into the next shape here in the long patterns, right? So we got. Now we got the 5, 6. We're going to play into the A shape. Now again, I'm just defaulting to the next cage shape, but we want to start from this string using the long patterns. Okay. So I'm not doing so good with playing today, but when I grow those antennas again, boy, you know, it's a lot of fun. You know, I'm going to be practicing a little bit more on that. So that's about it for today. Again, with the short cages, everyone loves the short cages here. These are actually substitutions. You're actually substituting. And again, let's look one more time. It works even in the C box. So with the fourth of C, we move the pattern up. What's underneath C is the E, right there. For the fifth of C, we move the pattern down. What's above C? The bottom string becomes the G. Okay, we move the pattern down. Now keep in mind that it's going to change the shape, okay, from a C to a G there, and when we move it up, it's going to change that shape from a C shape to an E shape. Okay, so we'd be over here in, you know, in E box, because the warp, you know, the warp works on things. Hey, if you like this video and subscribe, I'd appreciate it.